Hello everyone, nubkeks here. Welcome back to Nub Raids, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you the three different teams I'm using to one key on full auto: Hard, Brutal, and Nightmare. Actually, the Nightmare team is not quite full auto. It does require targeting of heads a little bit just to make sure it works, but mostly full auto teams, and just for the thought process behind them, design behind them, what is going on, etc. And yeah, they're pretty effective teams. You can see here, this is my team for hard difficulty, pretty far into the run. We're actually over 138 turns in at this particular point, and stuff is still going fairly well. We did have one death there, but she'll get revived back up and we'll keep going. But yeah, this team is very powerful. This is a team built around sort of Oella, which is quite fun. HP burn, explosion. I'll be showing you the gear for all these champs. Just a few little clips from the team runs as well. Yeah, we got some fun stuff going on here. Mother Cybele in the lead for Speed Aura, giving us increased defense. The Revive on Death, even kind of useful. And the AoE decreased speed with a Provoke set, so bringing Provokes as well. Got Tila pumping out burns and healing, and also AoE Hex. And those burns kind of work well with Sissia, who brings more AoE HP burns, but also exploding those burns, decrease defense and weaken. Got Mighty Uko to buff strip and decrease attack, and revive and increase speed. We've got Oella to extend our buffs and protect us and heal us up, and then Inquisitor Shamael to make the Head of Torment easy and straightforward. So this is a really strong team. Certainly for hard, it's kind of overkill, but hey, there you go. How does this team do? Let me pause it right here. This is actually a recording from last week, and then I ran it. Actually, I'm not sure how it ended. I ran it again this week. So last week it did 80 million damage. This was the setup. This week, I think we did more this week. I think we got better luck. If we jump into hard, yeah, we did better this week. So this was it this week, 113 million. And there you go. Mother Cybele, 21 million. Uko with really nothing. It's in Provoke set though. 40 million from Tila. 31 million from Sissia. 15 from Shamael. So there you are. Actually kind of awkward to show the bills because stupid thing. You can't get in and see your teams because all your keys are gone. Really annoying. I think we go recently used first. We should see most of them. No, actually it's going to make it more confusing. Right, let me go through. Let me find these champions and show them. Mother Cybele. So she's in Provoke with Perception. She's coming in with these sort of stats. So high speed, good accuracy, actually has crit rate, and then some defensiveness. And she has these masteries. You're going to see a lot of overlap with these. Who's up next? Uko. Mighty Uko. Absolutely amazing champion. These masteries, Fearsome Presence, make the Provoke more consistent. And he's coming in with a Provoke set and Perception. So we've got double Provoke set in this team. Very high speed, good accuracy, and tanky. Again, as well. I use him in Arena a lot. Next champion is Tila. Tila Gourmet might be in the vault, might be here. Looks like she's in the vault. Let's grab her out. There's Oella as well. Let's grab Oella. Okay, so Tila coming in Guardian set to protect us. She's got very high speed, 268, good accuracy, and tanky. And these masteries. Was Oella up next? I'll just go through it in order so I don't forget. Sissia. Here we go. Sissia to the collection, please. Come to the collection. These masteries pretty similar, honestly. And she's in full perception. I actually will probably rebuild her with more speed. Her speed's quite low compared to the other champions here, right? So compared to the sort of standard from my account, her speed's quite low. But yeah, again, high accuracy. If we did put on the Hydra battle bonuses as well, you can see I'm getting some extra stats there. So we could drop the accuracy on a lot of these champs, for example, and so on. But that's something that's worth noting. Oella then, she is in Stalwart. She could be in Guardian or something too. High speed, tanky, decent resistance, and these masteries. And then, which Shamael was it? Oh man, I don't remember. Look, I'll show you all three Shamaels. I think for that team, it might be Shamael number 1 in a Guardian set. I think it might, or maybe it's actually Shamael number 2, who was built with high resistance. I don't remember. Look, this Shamael though, he's kind of slow, good resistance. That's about it. This Shamael's got more crit rate. And he's tankier, but he doesn't have the resistance. I don't remember which one it was. All of them have almost... Actually, they all have slightly different masteries. That's kind of funny. This one is Helm Smasher. That's funny. And I hadn't realized that, to be honest. But there you go. That is that team for hard. Works really well, to be honest. Right. Next up, let's jump in. This is my team for... we can watch it from the start, actually. This is my team for Brutal. So you've seen this team before. This is like the exact same team I've shown before. Nothing new here. Nothing has really changed. We've got, this is the Nekmothar team. We've got Necmo, we've got Turbold in for damage. We've got Mithrala giving us Hex, which helps us target the Head of Mischief. They'll actually nearly always target Mischief, or quite often target Mischief, because he's so squishy. So he'll go low on life, and then they'll target him. Oh, God. Oh, I need to sneeze. Hold it in. But yeah, it works really well. The single target damage being duplicated by the Hex is very strong with a champ like Turvold. With the ally attack and buff extension from Lanicus, we've got Inquisitor Shamail, again making Torment a non-issue. We've got Ugo for the decreased defense and block buffs this time. So yeah, this is actually the team I used in Grisor. In the Grisor Iron Gut Showcase, right? This new crazy Void Legendary just added to the game. I actually put him in instead of Turvold, and that team did over 100 million on Nightmare, right? So Grisor stronger here than Turvold, but Turvold is still really good, and he's also super fun. But this team is very strong. As you can see, we're just going in full auto, and it's doing the job. They just like to target Mischief because he's squishy. But yeah, they'll kill heads very, very well. And yeah, it works well. It worked well. Very simple team in that sense. All single target sort of stuff. You'll struggle a little bit when Turvold gets eaten, right? Turvold is the main source of damage, so when he gets eaten, it can go a bit wonky. And if you have worse gear than me, something you might need to do is actually target stuff, right? Lanicus, her ally attack is all over the place. I have no idea what sort of AI settings they have for Lanicus ally attack, but it does totally wonky stuff. She nearly always does not target decapitated heads. For some reason, she loves to target fresh heads with this damage reduction. She seems to also really like targeting heads with Poison Cloud on them. It's just wonky. It makes no sense. Like, look at that right there. Targeting Head of Mischief. Why are you targeting Head of Mischief here? What is the logic? I don't know. It's weird. Maybe just because they have buffs on. And she's like, yeah, that's attack. I don't know. Anyway, it's weird. But yeah, it's quite fun to see Turvold. Turvold sometimes can hit for like 1 million if everything rolls just right on the decapitated head, which is pretty cool. This went and went and went, and I went to AFK, leaving the recording on. That last week, it did 59 million, just AFK, left it on. I think we did more this week. I think we had a better week just this week. I had better luck. So, also other hard teams. We actually are the top hard team right now. Usually I'd cancel this, and a lot of people will cancel, but you can see some other ideas for hard teams here. Let me just filter through. These are going to be with really strong champions, really good stuff. But just to give you a bit of an idea for what my clan is running. On Brutal, how do we do on Brutal? So we did pretty good on Brutal, actually, this week. I did 87 this week. Not the top team, though. Oh, man. 186. That's insane. Okay, right. Well, it's another level of gear, right? Again, you can see more teams here. This team right here is pretty similar to mine, but better from McLovin. But yeah, this team did this time around. So you can see Turvold with 38 million, Mithrala at 22. A lot of that is, nearly all of it, in fact, is the Hex, boosting up Turvold and Shamail damage. Yeah, this is the low damage Shamail. Necmo Thar coming. Actually, I can see. So for hard, I can double check this. The Shamail we had was the resistant Shamail was going in on hard. Okay, so it was resistance. We used the ally protection one on brutal, just to help Turvold kind of stay alive with a bit of extra ally. So this is the team. Let's go and let's see the gear for these guys. But yeah, nice team. I've shown this team before a few times, so I'll go through it pretty quickly. Turvold, he's coming in savage gear, high attack, 200 speed, 255% crit damage. He has these masteries. He does have Heaven Cast to land his A1 weaken a bit more, because we don't have a weaken in the team. Necmo, Necmo Thar. Is he in the vault? Looks like he is. Let's get him out. Putting people in the vault. There's Necmo. Get him out of the vault. Excellent. Necmo Thar. Such a hassle to find champions now that they're reordered based off of their blessing tier. What? He's 2-star. Okay, cool. Brimstone. He's in Provoke set. Good speed, decent accuracy. Could probably crank this up. I actually need to go back in and re-gear him a bit. He's in like a bunch of 5-star gear, so I need to fix him up at some point. I haven't really bothered in ages, though. War Master and extending buffs. What else we have? Mithrala and Lanicus for the legendaries. So Mithrala has these masteries. I'd probably put her with War Master, to be honest. I don't know. But she's in Stone Skin for Arena with these sort of stats. I'm using her in Tag Arena. I haven't used her too much in Live Arena. A little bit. We'll probably use her more. And then Lanicus, she's in Reflex to get her cooldown back with these stats. And yeah, she does need the crit rate and the resistance, and she basically mischief tanks with this A1. We turn off her A3, just priority 1 on her A2. So she gets lots of ally attacks out. For A1, she gives herself buffs, so she mischief tanks. Per meter boosts, increases our buffs. Pretty nifty. These are her masteries. Missing one, doesn't matter. And then we have Ugo and Shamail. Okay, so Ugo, it is this one that we use, Tugo, over here in Relentless and Perception, and she is running actually reasonably slow. I could crank this higher, honestly. Tanky and good accuracy. Like my other Ugo's way faster. Yeah, like 263. It's a big difference, right? And so it was this Shamail. This one was in the first team on hard. And this is the one who was in this particular team. So coming in with these stats and Guardian and these masteries. Then the final one that I ran this video, pretty sure. Yeah, 24 minutes. That seems about right. So this is the team then for Nightmare Hydra. So this team, we've got Elva in the lead. We've got Krisk. And then we have 4 epic champions, Nightmare, with 4 epics. Again, I've shown variants of this team before for sure. We've got Geomancer, a Husk, a Royal Guard, and an Ugo. So what do all of these bring us? Elva is bringing us a speed aura, and she's healing us and reviving when we die, keeping us going, keeping us alive. Krisk is keeping us alive, and he is mischief tanking and provoking. Husk brings some provokes. Royal Guard brings some decreased speed. Geomancer just reduces our damage taken, brings good single target damage and burn damage, and then Ugo with the decreased defense, block buffs, and even some extra healing and cleansing as well, right? So we don't have, for this team, we're actually not using a Shamail, I forgot, but we don't have a way really to deal with the Head of Torment. We just sort of get through it with luck. So you can see that this one, unlike the others, is not full auto. We're actually targeting heads. So what I'll be doing is, for the most part, targeting Head of Decay. We have to do this because Husk, his provoke is his A1, and he's not going to automatically target Head of Decay unless you tell him to. So it's quite annoying, honestly. This is the team I'd like to probably change the most. What is good about this team is we're running triple damage dealer. So we do a lot of damage, right? It's all max HP damage. We do a whole lot of damage very, very quickly. But the Head of Torment can mess us up a decent amount. We've got Cleanse from Ugo. We've got Cleanse from Elva. That helps with the fears, but it's not perfect. So yeah, it's something to watch out for. Obviously as well, because we're targeting our A1 with Husk, it means that Geomancer is not going to be very smart. So if you were to do this composition and play it manually, it would be much better as well. But I'm lazy. We want to do this the lazy way. So that's what we're doing. Yeah, let's watch this. Chris gets eaten. And we have like the max HP nukes start coming in. We're actually just going to target this head and yeah, break him free fairly easily, fairly straightforward. Bit of a quicker run, a bit more volatile. Yeah, this time, yeah, so we did, in the end, we got full 200 turns, 24 minutes here, full auto pretty much, but targeting heads. And yeah, you can see the damage. We have Husk with 20 million, Royal Guard a little lower, about, pretty similar though, about 19 million. Geomancer is a good bit lower, actually 11 million. He gets quite messed up by Head of Torment, so that does slow us down. I could maybe just put in another Husk, actually, for more provokes. I try that next time, just double Husk, Royal Guard. That might work. Ugo, Krisk and Elva. Elva doing lots and lots of healing here with her passive. Elva's pretty great in her A1. So yeah, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Duchess would be better. Like the sort of standard team would be with the Duchess instead, who brings you Perfect Veil. And you don't really need the Elva healing. Ugo is probably enough, which is crazy to say, but there you go. In fact, let's go see how the clan has done. If we can get past the offer pop-ups from the shop, how did we do? So only 7th, right? So there's a lot of better teams. Like this one is better here. McLovin beat us again. Very similar, actually, with a walking Tomb Drang. That's cool. Unfortunately, my Tomb Drang does not have War Master, which would slow us down a bit. And he does not have Guardian. He's built for Ice Golem. That's unfortunate. But Tomb Drang, actually really impressive. Kind of outperforming Geomancer in a few ways. So don't sleep on your Tomb Drang for Hydra, guys. Yeah, but that's a Duchess. These are all pretty much all Duchess, right? It's a wall of Duchess here. Frisia, all that. This one, no Duchess. Pretty cool. +3 Solus. I like it. Frisia is really doing most of it. Oh, Acrisia. Oh, Acrisia. There you go. Yeah, I mean, a fully awakened Husk with, ooh, nice. going to do 39 million. A Crizzy will do almost 100 million. She'll do not quite 3 times as much, almost 3 times as much damage. Plus 4 Duchess as well. We've got some other 1 key teams here as well, if you want to take a quick gander at these. They're all 1 key teams. But yeah, let me show you these builds. So, we have Elva, who I've somewhat rebuilt for Arena, and also Ice Golem, and also Dragon. So very, very high speed, super tanky. Really overkill for Hydra. Honestly, you could totally drop these HP and the speed way down. And for Hydra, I'd really prefer to up her resistance so that she'd never get debuffed and stuff. But the resistance not as relevant in Arena at the moment. So anyway, that's Elva. And Krisk, he's coming in triple perception. And he is coming in good speed and accuracy and resistance. And then tanky. Very gear intensive to build Krisk. It's not easy. And these masteries are pretty straightforward. Then we have the Ugo. So I actually just got him, this Ugo actually awakened. So she gave her Miracle Heal to try it out. I don't know if it really made much difference, but hey. So those masteries and this Ugo, very high speed. Decent accuracy. Should be higher, actually. But we're getting away with it. Like, what if we include the Hydra battles? Yeah, we're still 370. We need to make that 400, really. Anyway, it is what it is. Who else did we have in there? We had Royal Guard. It was this Royal Guard. So he's in just random sets. I do need to rebuild these max damage dealers at some point. So it's like 230 speed, 222%, crit damage, nothing too special. Some accuracy to land the decreased speed. These masteries, War Master. I could definitely re-gear them to do more. Because they're not super impressive. We've got Geomancer, this one. So he's, again, very slow, actually. 230 is quite slow. Got a decent chunk of resistance, not very useful. He's in Reflex set to reduce his cooldowns. He's okay, he's fine. These masteries. We had, I think it was this Husk. War Master and these masteries. And Savage on him. 229 and 211%. I could definitely put better gear on these guys and get more out of them. But yeah, I think that was then everyone here. So we could definitely up their gear and get a lot more damage. But look, we're doing 60.9 million right now. I don't really feel like a re-gear is super necessary until we're pushed a bit further. So we'll see. But yeah, anyway, they are the Hydra teams. Let me know what you think. They were hard, brutal, and nightmare. The hard team is definitely very overkill. This team could definitely 1-key brutal, no problem. Probably would have a pretty good showing against nightmare. I have like an Owella team with Uko and Mother Cybele. I think in that Owella team, we had Martyr as well on the channel. So you can check that out for Nightmare. That can full auto Nightmare as well. So yeah, probably all of these teams would put up a pretty good fight against Nightmare. I think the Brutal one might struggle a bit just because we've no Reviver. And Turvo's quite squishy. So if he dies, things go bad. So just keeping this team alive. It works perfectly on Brutal, but just something to watch for Nightmare in terms of the gearing and stuff. There you go, guys. There are my Hydra teams updated for Rotation 1. Might see you guys for Rotation 2. I'm actually kind of late in Rotation 1 here. Sorry about that. But hopefully it's interesting. I might catch you with a similar sort of video, just giving a quick update for Rotation 2. Obviously, the big change is Michinaki still sitting in the fragment summons here. I don't think I've almost any legend. I've got 1 skill tome left. So yeah, he's one to look at some point. But guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.